This is Twit.
This kind of messed with my brain a little bit because I've never watched, I shouldn't say never, I'm sure at some point in my life I've watched Netflix on a tiny device, but for the most part, the only time I'm streaming Netflix is on a television or on, at the very smallest, an iPad. And usually that iPad is far enough away from me where this wouldn't happen. But Netflix, for folks who don't have those bigger devices or who do most of their streaming on their mobile devices, they're experimenting with it is experimenting with a screen lock button that will keep you from accidentally tapping on the screen to bring up controls. So that can be kind of annoying that you're watching a show and you accidentally, I guess, brush up against the screen, and then right in the middle of the two people you wanted to see kiss this whole time, they finally go in for the kiss, and they're right in the middle of the screen, and then these two white bars show up in front of it, and you miss the kiss, and you have to rewind and, I guess, watch it again. I don't know. I guess that's the reason why. This wouldn't really bug me at all, and I have to take offense to this article because, and here comes another argument that we get to have, I guess, maybe. This is in The Verge, and this is from Taylor Lyles, and I quote, "Enabling screen lock will stop the button prompts, such as the play-pause buttons, from appearing, helping to prevent you from stopping playback or accidentally enabling subtitles."
I know where you're going.
Accidentally? Who doesn't have subtitles turned on?
At all?
Why? Yeah, I always have subtitles turned on. And this is another quibble, but I'm going to explain it, but I'm not going to say that it's a hill I die on. And that is that folks don't understand the difference between captions and subtitles. Captions are same language, bits of text that help someone to read what is being said on the screen, and subtitles are translations of the language that's being displayed on the screen. So if I were to be watching a show in Spanish and showing English text at the bottom of the screen, that is a subtitle. But if I am watching an English program with English text at the bottom of the screen, that's a caption. So it is a little odd that Netflix only puts subtitles on there because they're not just subtitles. Some of those are captions. But that's an aside, and again, not a hill I would die on. A hill that I will die on is that captions are fantastic, and I choose not to watch programming without captions turned on. They make all the difference, and it's so hilarious to me when someone new comes in, and of course this isn't happening lately, so I haven't laughed in years, but when someone new comes into my household and they watch a program with me and they're like, why is there text on the bottom of the screen? Because it's brilliant and you never miss a thing.
So that's interesting. I find it interesting also that you think that I would be against that for some reason. But also, I don't necessarily agree with your pedantic definition of captions versus subtitles.
It's not a matter of agreeing with me, Matthew Casanelli. It's a matter of agreeing with the Federal Communications Commission.
Closed captioning is like what you see at the gym when you're watching a movie, and it's like the black background with the white text in like a computer font. It feels like to me it's like they're typing as fast as they can during the news broadcast. But like, I still think English subtitle, English text, English text over an English show is still subtitles. It doesn't have to be in a different language. I don't understand why that matters, I guess.
Let's see. Kermit.gif.
That seems unnecessarily specific and just you going into the grammar of it. Like, I'm all for...
It's not me. It's the Federal Communications Commission. Call them. Disagree with your senator, representative.
Well, see, Netflix, first of all, it's not TV. It's Netflix? No, that's HBO.
It's not TV. But, it's DiGiorno. Oh, wait. That's a different thing.
I mean, they call it subtitles. So you are totally nitpicking here because they don't have captions, subtitles, and then if it matches the English, then change it so it just says captions. I do watch, but on the original, maybe the pedantism is the spirit of the argument, but also just having subtitles and or captions, depending on your preference, on is fine with me. Like, I do that all the time. We we've had to turn it off for some comedies because it does, like Schitt's Creek, it totally ruins the punchlines sometimes. Yeah, exactly. Like all the timing of it. It's like you're like, oh, the joke, I know it's coming, but I've appreciated it, like rewatching shows especially. You'll catch like one little, like I'm rewatching Parks and Rec, and like I didn't know that what Andy was saying was an actual sentence and not just nonsense or something like that. So I do appreciate that. Like for the rewatch binging that I've been doing way too much of. And also I guess I almost forgot. You never watched on your phone? Like
I think that I have. The only time I've watched on my phone, I wasn't actually watching. It's when I had a very, very, very long drive, and so I put and I want to be very clear here. I did not watch it. I put The Office on my phone and played the sound, just the sound, over my speakers because I've seen it enough that I could hear it. So that's the only time that I've ever watched Netflix on my iOS device. My flights don't tend to be long enough to what's the word I'm looking for? Necessitate Netflix or something like that, because I'd rather just listen to a podcast, an audiobook or a podcast. And so, yeah, I've never really done that. But I know a lot of people, that's the only screen device that they have. So I understand the desire for this technology, because certainly it's a lot easier to get your fingers in the way whenever it's a smaller device.